has become here in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Off of play action, here's Lance. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say all the right things, isn't he? But he's heard the rumors. He knows what's going on out there. And right now, he is tired of having to answer the question, are you on the hot seat, in every meeting with reporters. This week, he kind of said, I've had enough. And I don't blame him. He looks like a guy that may very well be out the door.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And Danielle Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. Here's Johnny Hacker now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. That's taken it around the 40. 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. Well, this defense for the Bears, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
Even better than that, they pitched a shutout in that game, and I'm telling you, trust me on this one. That's a confidence builder for the rest of the season. When you get a defense that puts together a performance like that this early in the year, well, that sends notice to the rest of the NFL and spreads confidence throughout the locker room that they're going to be a force to be reckoned with.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Brady. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Bears are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to... In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Here's Lance.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Room past the 20. Oh, he's got some breathing room. As he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
On play action, Lance. Swinging this out for Pollard.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Now he's forced out right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 11 yards back on the scramble as it brings up second down. They'll run left with Pollard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Lance going to throw.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line.
To go for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Pollard going to try the right side. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
So first and goal now from the 7-yard line. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. The quick slant caught. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Now here's Pollard, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a give right side. Warner. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Play action. Now it's Brady. can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Myles Jack with a sack.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Throwing is Brady on third down.
And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down. On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone, and with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Shotgun now for Lance.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
And Lance now to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Yards remain on second down.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. Now a play fake. Lance.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Basically, you're not going to outwork 2 guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So just enough juice to get the 3, and I think that wind at the back helped a little bit there.
Certainly did, and to me that tells me that head coach knows his kicker and realized the wind was at his back. That was probably the outer limits of what he could make, and he knew the wind might be able to aid him and get that ball over the crossbar, and it did.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
The punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Second and 2.
Here's Brady. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Now Lance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
On 1st down, it's Warner, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Brady.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked up by Garyon Conley. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll try the right side with Harris. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Lance looking to throw it.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On second down now, it's Warner. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Here's Brady to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for the Bears. Touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead now stands at 13. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And Brady's throw there, incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Brady. He finds his man, complete. It's Warner. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Brady going to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Throwing on first down is Lance.
He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score.
So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead is down to a field goal. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. On second down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Pollard. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Alex Leatherwood, the Alabama man, called for the penalty there. To throw, it's Lance.
He'll buy some time right. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Lance now on 1st down.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Come on, D. Out. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Let him know. He's coming. We got double up.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bass. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll go down at the 28.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
They run the counter. Harris. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected fourth down here.
So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. From the left hash, this from 37. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Brady. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Going to try and throw on third down. And he will find his man on the outside.
And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a play fake. Brady. And his throw is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Brady now to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 30.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, it's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 28. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Yeah, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Lance. That's swung out wide to Harris. Running right through it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing. And they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
15's the mark. 15's the mark.
From the 38, Lance. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Broncos are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A golden opportunity for them now following the interception. They need to try to at least get 3. Obviously, a touchdown puts them in a much more secure position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Brady. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Brady. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
To throw is Brady. He finds his man, complete. It's Warner. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The kick by McManus is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, Lance. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Boswell good with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Warner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Brady now on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Warner. That catch good for only a couple.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
8 yards to go on second down.
A quick throw by Brady, complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
And he will have a Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. Warner. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now Brady. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Back to throw, Brady. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Brady to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw is Brady. And he's got it. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with an extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win.
So now this will be, in all likelihood, to force overtime. And he has got it. So barring something crazy on the kickoff, we're looking at an extra period to decide this one. Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a first throw here in overtime.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, Pollard. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
And the Broncos are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up to about the 13.
53 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Warner. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Samuel. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Gets through, and now an opening. There he goes, right side. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4